Good to have you. Welcome. Michael Cole, in search of awesome. We're always in the community looking for the next manifestation in awesome. And it goes up and up and up and up. This is our 247th episode. It is an encore episode because Sara was here at episode 151 almost 100 episodes ago. And she's really, when you see kind of the movement, I think it's going to blow the sides off your vein box. Sara Brookshire, and she is from Dr. Fly's Salon Spa, Joplin, Missouri, owner Robin Paul, who's in the house tonight. Good to see her. Let's give it up for Robin because... And Robin is the coach there as well. Let me tell you where we were when Sara was on the program almost 100 episodes ago. She just flipped into 30-something, average day 300, then average ticket 94, then haircut price $39, then 17 referrals a month, rebook 64. That's why I had her on, and she was a level 3. Since then, level 6. Wow, average service date from 300 to 1400. I think that's one of those Guinness Book of World Records. I'll have to call up Guinness tonight and get her in. And her average service ticket's 150, still cooking at RTS. Referrals, still a rainmaker. I mean, you do the math on that, that's like 175 a year, so she just continues to make it work there. Look at the rebook, 98%. So her guests learn the hard way. If they don't rebook, they're going to be SOL. So she's in the game indeed. If you don't follow her on Instagram, I would. She has one of the most unique branding, and especially her grids of her work. That you'll see that she's multidisciplined. So, 2 years ago it was hairdresser, SD. Now it's very high-end SD first, as you'll see. She tattooed, got the license in tattooing, does some of the, microblading stuff, permanent makeup. And but she also is beginning to wade into some of the, kind of standard tattooing with small hearts and stuff. I'm going to let her tell you about that. Very interesting stuff. And no, wait, there's more when she's into, does her hairdressing. She's very, very selective, does a lot of hair extensions. So she really understands premium, high-end services, and she really is kind of reinvented herself and her clientele so that she's getting maximum traction on her action. And that's why I invited her tonight. So she's in my green room. I'm going to bring her out. We're not going to spend time with her story because we already did that. You can watch that if you want on the previous episode. I'm going to get her talking about her secret sauce. So let's go get her now and see if she's in my my green room, the proverbial virtual green room. Yep, there she is. I'm going to unmute her and make her feel
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, Michael. How are you?
You're great. We were, just when I came to get you, you were saying crazy day, slammed on all day, and you did one more guest while I was in the bullpen, and here we are. So thanks for. You got any more left, or are you done now?
No, I'm done now for the day, but a busy few days ahead with all the snow days that we've had. So
yes,
that'll be fun.
Is it stopped snowing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Well, hopefully we're on the end of the snowcalypse, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Good to have you back. You saw that we were looking at your stats, and when you were here, and a couple of years ago, almost 100 episodes, and you've continued to evolve your work. Kudos to you. I want to get you talking about what you're doing now that was different then, but in a nutshell, catch us up to what you've been up to since we've seen you last.
So last time we talked, I had just finished my SD stuff, was really just kind of hitting the ground floor and running with all of that. So building that business, I've worked really hard to focus on that and bring in new clients, facials and just different services like that. I also noticed that I was making pretty good money doing microblading, but I wanted to kind of focus on it and kind of drive that point home and bring people in for that reason. So I made that a focus. I did some targeted advertising and really worked on referrals to bring people for that. After I was doing a lot of that, people were asking me, do you do eyeliner? Do you do this? Do you do that? I don't. So I'm thinking, why not? I'm just leaving all the money on the table for somebody else. So I might as well pick up another skill and have something else to do. And so I pursued my tattoo license, got all of that taken care of. So I can do the eyeliner, the lipstick, all of that. And then like we were talking about, I'm kind of interested in doing some basic little small tattoos for people while their hair is processing. Just another quick way to make a little bit of money.
Wow. So I want to inquire a little bit about tattooing, because if you said, how many other people have I interviewed that really have kind of embraced that and beginning to take it beyond permanent makeup, you're the first. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people watching and they're going, okay, how did she pull that off? First of all, to go to school and get licensed, what's that process? What did you have to do to get ready for that?
For the tattooing?
Yeah.
So it depends on the state that you live in, but in the state of Missouri, you have to apprentice with a licensed artist. You have to put in so many hours and do so many procedures of work and then have them pass you off to the board for approval.
Wow. So you were an apprentice or an on-site kind of protege. Who did you apprentice for?
I did it out of Springfield, so about an hour from where we live. So I just drive up there a couple days a week and work there for the days. All of my days off, I dedicated to doing that. So I didn't have days off for, I don't know, a while, but It was worth it. Totally.
How many was it an hourly thing where you had to have so many hours or so many days?
Yeah. So many hours, so many actual tattoos.
Got it. So a number of hours in Missouri, what is it?
300.
300, and then so many tattoos. How many tattoos did you have to do? 50?
Yes.
Okay, and then it's just going through the protocol and getting a license. Hmm? What did it cost? What was your investment to get the license?
$10,000.
As in 10,000 for a license. So that's a commitment. That's an investment. And then did it cost you any money to be a protege or an intern to this person that you had? No. So that just kind of came. That we could say that was inside of the 10 grand.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Covered all.
Yeah. So I mean, you've got skin in the game for
that.
How many hours? You said 300 hours. So that had to be. I'm guessing. What do you think? 20 days of your driving up to and spending the day and.
About 6.5 months and 15 to 20 hours a week on it.
Yep. So that's a commitment. That really is. It's not like it was a drive-by.
Yeah, all the days that I took off, I would just be there. And I actually ended up taking one day out of my work schedule and picking up Saturdays at work. That way I could kind of like adjust things for people for the meantime and still take care of everybody. But
wow. So now, you did it primarily for permanent makeup. Right, I mean, I get that. And by the way, how do you price permanent makeup out in your service menu?
It's $500.
And when you book for $500, you book out how much time?
That covers 2 appointments, so 2 hours.
Wow.
About 75 for each appointment, probably.
Yeah, a 75-minute appointment. Is that what you said?
Yeah, each way. So
each
both.
Way. So let's just do the math. It's a 2.5-hour window.
Yeah.
$500 inside of that. I'm kind of doing the math in my head, so it's well over a couple $100 an hour. So that.
Yeah, but now that I've done the eyeliner, it's really easy to do the brows and the eyeliner together.
Yeah.
So I'm doing 2 things in the one amount of time. Just maybe a little bit, maybe another 30 minutes it would take, and I can handle both things in one service.
And is that an ancillary charge beyond the 500 investment, or is that built into the 5?
If they do 2 services at once, I give them $100 off their total.
Got it.
Because it saves time.
I don't get it. Oh no, it sounds like you branded yourself as kind of a specialization there. So that sounds like that's a large part of your business now.
Yes.
What do you?
It is. In that, the facials and the tattooing and lashes take most of what I do. I do maybe 5% hair, 10% hair, but like you said, just hair extensions, just for some clients I've always had that I don't know, I can't let go.
But that's correct me if I'm wrong, but hair extension is it's considered a
Yeah,
premium service, a higher end service. So when you do hair extension, what would a typical ticket be for that?
I charge $150 an hour for hair extensions.
Okay, good. So, and then plus the cost of the hair.
Well, that's a cost of a maintenance. So yeah, that's a little different.
Got it. Okay, so they'll come in to be maintained, and it's $150 an hour. So,
Yep.
but you're saying that is really more the exception. You do that as a courtesy to clients that have become closer to you, but it's still when
I
you
want to
do it.
send the girls in the salon because that's what they're doing and that's how they're making their money. So they're sending me clients, referrals for facials and tattooing. So I want to give them back the referrals for hair clients, so.
Yes. So talk to me about this other extension service that if somebody is processing or whatever and they would like a very subtle tattoo, a heart or whatever, that's
I know, isn't it fun?
Yeah, so that's part of your menu as well.
Yeah, so this is kind of a new idea I'm just coming out with, but just, like everybody likes like a little bitty, tattoo, or people are spur of the moment and want to do something impulsive. So like while they're sitting there processing, they might as well get a cute little tattoo.
What's that taken window of time, and then what's that? How much is that service?
So any service charge would be a minimum of 50, and it would take less than 20 minutes.
All right, so I mean, I'm doing the math. That's $150 an hour. If you do the math on it, so everything you're doing is, number one, a very specialized service, and it lives at a premium price point on your menu.
Yes.
Wow. So, are there any other peoples in the company at Dr. Flies that have been watching kind of you evolve, especially with the tattooing, where they're going, am I ready? Do I want to do something like that and add that to my service mix?
Yeah, I definitely think some of the girls see the things and they're thinking, do I want to do that? Should I do that? Could I do that? And, we're totally here to help them and help them learn or do whatever. We've hired a few more girls for the spa, which is really exciting. I've been the only one in the spa for the whole time that we've had it. So it's exciting to have some fellow estheticians and just employees that do what I do a little bit. And I'm excited to grow it even more.
Yeah, you and I, we didn't chat about the details of this, but you blew my mind when you said the license is an investment. What did you say? That's a $10,000 investment.
I mean, it was an investment to get my cosmetology license, the same for my aesthetics, just like the tattooing, and each one kind of helps build the next one up. So
right. Well, get the cos license. I go to school. What is it? 1,500 hours or whatever it is. But the actual get the cos license itself, what is that? $100 or whatever. But to get a tattooing license that you're making, that's an investment. And I'd never thought of asking that question before, so I was surprised at the answer to that. Now, what's next? I mean, as you look out into 2021 and beyond, do you see tattoo artistry evolving in your menu? Is this something that's interesting to you, inspiring to you? Because that art and that craft and that business is evolving at a very, very, very fast pace.
There are so many new things, just like in this industry, all the time coming out with every part of it, so sometimes they're coming up with new facial tattoos or just like new ways to conceal things on your face. So I am excited to just keep learning and growing in my, where I'm at, and just kind of go from there and build more. I love what I do. I enjoy it. And I think most people know that. I've literally never enjoyed doing something as much as I enjoy this.
Wow. And as I'm listening to you, Sara, even the tattooing, it's like you're looking at how do I integrate that into the next wave of esthetician, the discipline there. And like you said, tattoos on the face to cover stuff up. Mm-hmm. Right? I'd not considered that, but that is really taking tattooing and applying it specifically, like really getting zeroed and niched
Art.
into something.
Yep.
I'm just guessing that there are no people in your marketplace, competitors, that really, when you look at their service menu, they're offering this kind of specialization.
I don't think so. I don't think all in one place, definitely.
And then you were saying that when we first started the conversation that you were advertising to create some awareness. Was I getting that right?
Yeah.
What,
So
what, what were you using on what kind of advertising were you using?
Well, I do my like Instagram and Facebook, and then I boost them and like share them to a wider audience, and just kind of do that. And I think that really boosted my audience as far as people that could see what I was doing. So when I get something that I love or I'm super proud of, I always boost it and just try to get a little more traction than I would if I was just sharing it on my normal page.
I love it. So what you're saying is any kind of, when you say advertising, you're really talking about boosting my content and getting it to, you know, to my community and beyond my community to raise that awareness, right? So,
Yes.
what would be when you were doing that? What would be the investment of a typical boost that you would? How much money would you put into an
Well,
average?
I didn't understand it when I first did it, and I was spending a lot more money than I wanted. So I set some restrictions on it. So I spend $50 a month and boost a few posts throughout the month until I hit that limit. Because I don't want to.
And you know that worked because either you saw referral spiking, or as your clients came in, they would inquire about services on your menu that they just weren't aware of.
Yes. And I always love to give my clients my service menu so they know, because they don't know. We do so many things in here that if you're not giving them the menu to give them all the options and put it in front of them to see later, they're not going to know and they're not going to remember everything. So I love having a menu just to give them every time that they leave.
Right. I'm actually going to your page now. So that people can see where you're what you're doing on your grids. So I'm pulling it up now, and when I scroll your grids, I'm going to put this in here in a way that I'm not covering you up. The way you're documenting that content is amazing. I mean, it really is a digital lookbook that I'm looking at. Just a lot of pictures of the eyes. Some is the face, but mostly eyes, eyebrow, eyelids. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So you really are doing an extraordinary job of using your grids to brand yourself, brand your service, letting either your guest or potential guest know that when they come in, you have services that I haven't seen a lot of. If you said to me, when's the last page you were on that you saw work like this captured in grids, I'd say I haven't. But this is truly unprecedented.
Well, thank you.
And so as I'm looking, it looks like what kind of eyebrow, I should say eyelid work are you doing? Because some of this stuff I'm seeing work on the actual the eyelash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I do eyelashes. I do the eyeliner with my tattoo gun right up on the eyelid. The eyebrows I do with a tattoo gun or the microblading. I don't know. I don't know. Do all the things to the face, anything.
So with your tattoo gun, you'll be right on the eyelashes, the eyelids, the eyebrows. So
it's kind of free, but it's so cool.
Yeah,
the first few times a little weird, but yeah.
I can only imagine when you're wading into the shallow end of the pool. I mean, that's real sensitive stuff.
The whole your fingers on someone's eyes for the first time was a little weird, but you get used to it.
Really? So when you say my fingers are on their eyes, so as in on their eyeball or around it, or?
Well, securely holding all the skin down and keeping them from moving their eye.
Yes.
That way I have control of the area that I'm tattooing.
So, and I'm assuming that the overwhelming majority of people that you get have never had the work done before, and you're the first service provider to to render that service.
Yeah, a lot. So we also do like correction, removal, different things like that. So sometimes people come in and they don't like what they've gotten done somewhere else, and I can lighten it, lift it, move it, remove it, just do different things to help and change it.
So when you say remove it, like removing tattoo, removing permanent, so that's now something that can be done where you're actually removing. Before it was, no, this, once you got it, you kind of live with
But
it. And you're saying
it takes
it
time, but
yes. Wow, 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 wow. So what you're blowing the sides off my brain box is saying that that as a business and an art continues to evolve up to and including the removal of tattoos.
yep.
So, right now as I'm looking at you, listening to you, it's like, yeah, that's really cool, but I'm keeping it in really, really narrowed in my work as an esthetician. I don't know that I want to be a tattoo artist per se, nor, come on in, if you're tatted up, I'll remove your tats. You're going, I want to stay as a,
Specializing in the
yeah, no, that's really good, Sarah. That's wonderful. So, do you see yourself? And maybe I asked you this. I'm thinking so quickly because you're tutoring me tonight, as I'm sure you're tutoring other people that are on the show. What is where do you go from here? You're just going to continue to evolve the discipline?
yeah. I hope so. I mean, I stay really busy now. I'm grateful for it, and I hope that I continue to stay busy and just build my business the same and better and bigger than it is right now.
Yeah, and you've, when I looked at, you've doubled your income in 2020, and 2020, I think you told me Dr. Flies was shut down for how many weeks?
4 weeks, so 1 month that we weren't open. Yeah.
All right, so in spite of the 1 month of being closed, you went from 50 to 100, right? I mean that's pretty. That's like off the charts. What's your what kind of pace are you doing now? Because we're about 6 weeks into the year. What does it look like you're going to be going for in terms of total W-2 income in 2021? Do you have a mark that you're shooting for?
I do. I want 200,000.
Wow. So you're gonna go for 200 and see where it takes you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So before we wrap up the interview, promise me at the back end of this year, you'll come back for an encore. Catch us up to see, were you able to hit that? And also, my hunch is that what you're doing, the business in and of itself, the specialization, is going to continue to evolve for you.
I sure hope so. I really love it, and I'm just excited
Okay.
that it's all doing so great.
And then, are there places that you're going for advanced training to keep this thing going, or is it kind of a learn as you go? Where would you go for every 3-4 months to get the next kind of wave of training?
Well, there are always new conferences and people hosting like specialized like ombre brows, combo brows, and just special technique workshops and things like that you can sign up for and go to. But they're again an investment. When you go to learn more, you always pay more. But it has always paid off for me. So I am always willing to invest in my education. Always.
Yeah. And I had somebody right now ask a question. Is in the men's business, he says, can you ask Sarah if there has been any development in men's permanent makeup?
Well, I don't know why men couldn't do permanent makeup. A lot of scalp pigmentation happens for men that have lost hair. So a lot of men do that. I definitely know men that have had eyebrows done and eyeliner. So totally just up to them, I guess, the personal preference.
Somebody just asked me what your handle is on Instagram, and it's Sara _
Dr. Fly Salon Spa.
Yeah, Sara _ Dr. Fly Salon Spa. And I had that also on the PowerPoint at the beginning. Well, listen, I know it's been a hell of a long day for you, so I don't want to keep you anymore, but this has been a very, very, very interesting tutorial. You just kind of, you are definitely I would call in the inside of the 2.5% innovating. That where to say that you're on the leading edge of newer SD services would be an understatement. You're more than the leading edge. You've jumped off the edge and you're pushing the envelope all the time, and it's just very inspiring to be with you and watch you and continue to do that. And like you said, I really, really, really want to have you back for another encore. Wonderful. And then Robin Reed Paul is saying, she's so proud of Sara.
I know, she's the best. I love her so much.
All right, well, listen, I'm going to let you go, and stay well, stay COVID-free, and we'll see you in a few months.
Can't wait to talk to you again, Michael.
All right, stay well.
Bye.
Bye. Give it up for her, you guys. That was unbelievable. Yeah, and somebody said, who was it? Lisa said, this is definitely an interesting live tonight. Yes, to say that it's an interesting live is an understatement, isn't it? So I just loved the conversation she was taking us on with regard to how the art of tattooing has evolved. So there's now a service called, removing tattoos, tattoo removal. So it's just been astonishing to watch the evolution. And what Sara has done is taken, and really she's very disciplined. It's like, I don't want to be a tattoo artist. I want to see where tattoo artistry falls into my specialization, which is very, very specialized, high-end esthetician work. And so it's going to be really cool to continue to watch her evolve. So we'll give it up for her one more time. And before we get into, if you're new, there's something else I wanted to bring your attention to. Where is it? It's right here. I'm actually pulling my page up now because I wanted, on this Monday, I've been invited to be a speaker, the first business educator on let me just go back, on Hairbrained. I'm actually looking for it now. Thanks for giving me, there we go. So here it is. Whoop, I gotta bring my screen back. It's the book I'm working on, Behind the Chair Millionaire. Also there it is, Best Practices of Millionaire Hairdressers. Doing a complimentary seminar sponsored by Hairbrained. I'm actually the first business educator that's going to launch this new platform with and for them. It's called Best Practices of Millionaire Hairdressers, and I've actually posted it on my page. I've actually got you on my page now. And what's cool about it is, for years, we've been hearing about. I just got done interviewing a six-figure hairdresser, a hairdresser that's making $100,000 a year or more, and now Sarah's saying, I'm going to shoot for $200,000. So we're pushing the envelope, but it's time to raise the bar, and that is, how do I take my six-figure income and leverage it so that over time I develop a net worth of $1 million, where I've got $1 million somewhere in my net worth profile. Now, whether that's in long-term savings and investment, I'm not talking about necessarily going out and buying real estate and all that. It's like, no, let's just, your typical, I'm going to continue to put money away, lower my debt, build equity in my home, get debt free, but I want to have $1 million somewhere set aside. That's what I mean by millionaire. And it's based upon over 50 interviews now that I've done of hairdressers or salon owners who are also hairdressers that are already there. They're already to the promised land, the land of milk and honey. And then there's many of them that aren't there yet, but they're well on their way. It takes 4 strategies to get you there. I call it the 4-rule millionaire mindset. Give yourself a raise, which is basically what Sarah's doing. Is I'm always looking for more opportunities to increase my average ticket, my average day, my average week, my average month, and my year. So we've been talking about that forever. But the other number 2 is pay yourself first. I want to begin to discipline my handling of money, where I'm taking 20% of my income and I'm putting it away and then living on the rest. And what I'm doing with the rest of the income is I'm paying down my debt, and I'm always looking out to be spending less than I make, so that I have enough to save and to pay my debt down. At any rate, I'm having that conversation on Monday, this coming up Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and it's compliments. There's only 50 seats available, so get on that. And this is now my community. I've kind of pivoted. For years I've called it wealth building, but it was interesting because I put a title on a book and called it The Behind the Chair Millionaire. I said, who wants one? And, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 requests for it. And I went, you know what? People want to be able to characterize, describe themselves, in addition to being Jedi hairdressers. Oh, by the way, I have $1 million net worth working behind the chair. So it's something that's it's very important to a large portion of my community. So I'm going to spend, that has been and will continue to be the work I'm evolving on. So I'm inviting you to come to that. If you are interested, there is a link that you can click on and register. So at any rate, I want to get back to where I was before this. You're watching, if you're new to the conversation, Michael Cole Summit. If you key in Michael Cole Summit on Facebook, you're going to get to this channel, and we have this conversation frequently. My Michael Cole Summit Instagram page has been nuked, and I'm working with Instagram now to relaunch it. I didn't get myself in trouble; it got hacked. So we're on it, and that will be, keep my fingers crossed. I'll be back in the game soon. Also, Michael Cole Summit on YouTube, and now I'm on TikTok as well. And my brand on TikTok is Michael Cole Next. But all of the content that I do is found on those platforms. So if you're not on Summits 365, that is now a private subscription website for very, very, very high-end production value video content that I continue to create. So there's a subscription fee. We just loaded up a brand new series called Wellness: Mental, Emotional, Relationship, Financial Wellness. And I think it's worth the subscription fee just to get into that domain. I've really learned my lesson with Instagram, so I want to begin building communities on non-social media environments, just in case things like that stuff happens on, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whatever that is. So hang out with us there. We're doing a lot more online coaching, so get an online virtual consultation with one of our coaches to see what's possible. All of our tracking apps are online and every time you see me wearing a tat tee. I don't do tattoos, but I do tat tees. If you like one, go to .com, mctattee.com, and it's a nonprofit. So all of the proceeds for people that buy art on my on T-shirts go to children's literacy. I work with elementary schools in the inner city, impoverished children, and learn to read. We call it Believe and Read. And then there's another community that I belong to, people that are recovering from addiction issues. It's called The Retreat, 12, the retreat. So all the proceeds go to that. So it's good causes. So been a great show tonight, my friends. We always like to thank L'Oreal PPD. We are backed by, powered by L'Oreal. These are their brands. Please support their brands. To the degree you support their brands, they're able to support us in this way, and we can bring this content to you. Compliments them. So thank you very much, L'Oreal. Been a great night. I'm going to let you get on with your evening, and we'll see you in class soon.